What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of the EarFun Clip Open Ear earbuds. I managed to get these in. I finally pulled a trigger on them. I had them in my shopping cart for a little bit, and I was able to just go ahead and do it. So we have them in. I'm excited to see how these guys work out. Let's go ahead and talk about price and specs. First, the price, you can pick these guys up for $69.99. They only come in the color of the silver gray, which I can't wait to see how they look outside the box. So that's something to also look forward to. So let's go ahead and jump into the specs. They come in rocking Bluetooth 6.0, as you can see here at the top. They have codec support for AAC, SBC, and LDAC. I love it. High-res audio. You've got, as far as battery life, you can get 10 hours on the earbuds. You get 40 hours when you include the case. They do offer a fast charge. 10 minutes will get you an additional 2.5 hours of playtime. However, no wireless charging on the box, or on the case, rather, per my knowledge. But that's okay. And the charging time from 0 to 100% for the earbuds is an hour. For the case is 2 hours. All right. As far as water resistance rating, these guys are rated IP55 sweat and water resistant, so you can have these outside while doing physical activities and getting caught in the rain. You shouldn't have no issues there. As far as features, each earbud rocks a 10.8 millimeter carbon fiber composite dynamic driver, boosted by exclusive bass search technology. You got the open ear plus clip design for ultra comfortable fit. High-res audio certified, as I mentioned before. You got 2 mics with AI noise cancellation technology for clear phone calls. You got immersive 3D surround experience via the theater mode. Will give you less than 50 milliseconds of ultra low latency for videos and gaming. We'll test that out for sure. You got Google Fast Pairs. You can see here on the box, multi-point connectivity, and app support for Android and iOS. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I ain't got no nails, so let me grab the Cricut. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get these guys open. Yeah, it took me a little bit to get these in. I really wasn't sure if I was going to do it, but I went ahead and did it anyway. Let's go ahead and slide these out. All right, and right on top, we have our user manual. We will hold that off to the side there because we will need that. Better sound, better life, EarFun. All right, inside here, you got your warranty. Your QR code to go ahead and scan and register your product for 24 months. Very nice 2-year warranty. All right, inside here we have, which will be our USB-A. I think it's USB-A. Yes, USB-A, USB-C charging cable. All right, and here we have the earbuds. So let me go ahead and get this all put back together and out of the way. Okay, and here we are with the earbuds. Let's go ahead and get these guys up out of the wrapping. Kind of a slimmer case, but kind of bulky, reminiscent of other, like your typical in-ear earbuds. Very nice. I like the matte finish on it. You got your EarFun branding here on the front with your LED light. On the bottom, you got your USB-C charging port and your pairing button. So again, pebble shape, like like a pebble when you throw it across, you're skipping them across the lake. Let's go ahead and open this up, and there they are inside. I do like this silver gray color. And if you notice, each earbud, one has a red trim, the other one has silver trim, so that way you know which one goes where. Let's go ahead and pull these out. Let's pull one out and take a look. Oh, these look really nice. Again, I love The colorway, let me peel this off for the contact. All right. I can get it off my hand now. Oh, get off me. All right, there we go. All right, again, I love the way these look. You got your EarFun branding here, right on the front. There's a button control here at the top. I don't know if you can see it there. You see that button control right here? So that's where you do your functionality and everything with that. Your contacts here. I love this. I just love this with the matte gloss combination. Gloss trim, matte inside with the gloss EarFun logo. And of course, this is the portion of your speaker that goes into your ear. Very nice. Let me go ahead and get this other one out here. We're going to put these in. All right. Now, when you put these in, of course, the red strip is for the right ear. The silver strip is for the left ear. But you also want to make sure that when you have them on, the button's at the top. All right, so let's go ahead and switch the camera over so we can see exactly how these guys look in the ear or on. Very snug, feels very secure. I don't feel they're not going to go anywhere. They don't like jiggle or anything. So once you have them in place, they are there. I like it. Very reminiscent to some of my higher dollar clip-ons. Very nice. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get these guys paired up, and we're going to take a walk through the EarFun app. Stay strapped in. All right, we are back in, and let's go ahead and get these guys paired up. And go ahead and pop the net. Should have Google Fast Pair, so it should connect. Boom, there it is. Let's go ahead and connect. All right, let's go. We're going to go ahead and hit setup. Let's jump in there. We're going to jump right into the app. All right. All right. Got it. My login done. We're in the app. We're going to go ahead and add these guys. All right. We're back in. Apparently, I had to run an update for the app. Once the update ran, kick back in. And here we are seeing the device. So let's go ahead and connect. We are in. And right off the top, there's a firmware update. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And then we can finally walk through the app. Stay strapped in. All right, we are back in. We got the update completed. It was just for some bug fixes, but let's continue. All right, you got the name of the earbuds at the top. You got a picture of both the earbuds and the case and the respective battery levels underneath them. In the upper right corner, you got the option to turn off the earbuds if you need to or want to. I like that feature. All right, down here is the name. You can go in and officially change the name of the earbuds if you want to. I will be doing that for sure. And later on, actually, you got your gaming mode, which you can turn off and on. Of course, as far as audio goes, you got your theater mode, which will give you that 3D surround sound. We will definitely be testing that out in the sound test. You got your privacy mode, which lowers your volume, so that way there is at least reduces the possibility of audio leakage. Like if you're on a busy, in a crowded area, and you don't want no one to hear what you're listening to, you can tap that, turn that on, and again, that will help with that. You got the EarFun equalizer. You can go in here. You got several presets. I know we're all familiar with the EarFun lineup when it comes to preset equalizers. You also have your custom, where you can go in here. You got, it looks like it was that 10 band. Very nice. Then, of course, you got your pro sound profile that you can set up yourself. I'll be doing these two here, and we'll test them out and change and compare them during the sound test. But we'll definitely be doing that there as well. All right, and of course down here, further down, you got where your touch controls are and everything. You could disable them with that toggle switch if you don't want to worry about using touch control or your touch controls there or button controls. But then, of course, you can customize here for both the left and right earbud. So again, you can turn one off and leave one on. I like that. It's not all or nothing, apparently. So Here we go. You got, one press, two press, triple press, and then long press. I like that feature. I like that feature a lot. Let me see what the long press. And yeah, long press, you got all kinds of options here. So I'll really be doctoring these up when I'm done, for the testing. All right, then further down, you got your dual connection here. All right, you got dual connection turned on. We do have it on by default. Okay, but here it says, note to ensure stability, please do not enable both both functions, dual connection and LDAC at the same time. It says for connection stability, for stable Bluetooth connection. But I want to see if it will allow it anyway. All right, so then of course you got your Bluetooth quality on. All right, we'll come back and test that. But you got LDAC, and then you have your stable connection first, which is basically your standard audio. We'll test that theory in a minute. You got your voice prompt settings. You got hearing health, which you can set your decibel level to what the maximum that you want to be able, the maximum volume amount level you want these guys to get to. Again, protecting your hearing. You got automatic shutdown. I'd put mine at like 30 minutes. I don't like it at 10. That's a little bit too long. But 30 minutes, too short. 30 minutes is usually pretty good for me. Then, of course, you got your find your headphones. So if you lose one, you can play the sound. That's what it sounds like. All right, so you got that there. And then, of course, down here, you got your about, you got your product tutorial. If you want to go through and learn more about using the earbuds, you got your frequently asked questions, and you have your version for it. So you can go in there, you can check to see if you need a firmware update or anything like that. Now, of course, you can do factory reset and completely delete the device from the app. Say, for instance, if you lose them, sell them, or anything like that, you no longer have them in your possession. You can delete them from the app and keep it moving. All right, so that is basically it for the EarFun app for the EarFun clips. Let's get into some testing. All right, we back in. What we're going to do now is we're going to test the multi-point connectivity of these earbuds. We already know we have them paired up to the Z Fold 6. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and turn off Bluetooth here. And we're going to get these guys paired up to the Tab S10 Ultra. So we're going to go ahead and close the case. We're going to open these guys back up, and we're going to put these guys back in pairing mode. All right, we're in pairing mode, and boom, Google Fast Pair kicks up. Let's go ahead and connect. All right, we're done there. We got the volume slider. Now, excuse me, we seen during the app walkthrough that Multipoint is turned on. So we're going to go ahead. The feature is turned on in the app form. So we can go ahead and turn them back on Bluetooth here on the Z Fold 6. And we're going to go ahead and pair these guys back up. Let's go ahead and do it again. I guess it wasn't done pairing to my watch. All right, there we go. So it's connected here. Oops. Come on. I swear ever since that update, man. They're connected here to the tablet, and they're connected to my phone. So let's go ahead and dive into, actually, I want to test something here. Before we dive into the actual test of the testing of the let's open this up. Of the audio, of the multi-point audio, I want to go ahead. I want to see. All right, we got multi-point turned on. All right, now let's go into Bluetooth quality. All right, to ensure connection cannot be in. Okay, so you still cannot turn on Bluetooth and, multi-point connectivity and LDAC at the same time. All right, so EarFun, come on, let's get that together. Let's get that right. Let's get that fixed. Because 2025, you should be able to have both. There's a lot of them out there that still has that capability. Let's catch up. All right, so just wanted to test that, but let's go ahead and jump into some audio or some video audio. You know, let's go ahead and pull up a video here. All right. We're going to stay on this one here. All right. Actually, let's go ahead and do it this way. It does, I got that kind of a glare there, so I don't want that glare on the screen. All right, there we go. All right, so we got one. Let's go ahead and jump up on here. That really bums me out, man. I'm sorry, but it bums me out that you still can't do that on some devices. All right, let's pause that. Let's go ahead and put these guys on or in or on to make sure which one was the right one. All right, we got them on. Let's go ahead. We're going to hit play on the tablet. All right, we got audio playing there. Let's go ahead with the phone. All right, we got audio playing from the phone. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to see if we got auto switching. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play on the tablet and see if the audio switches over to my tablet from the phone. All right, here we go. Right now, it doesn't look like it does. All right. So you literally have to pause your first device and then switch over to your second. All right. So Multipoint works fantastic, flawlessly. You cannot have Multipoint and LDAC on at the same time, and you do not have audio switching. Let's continue. All right, next up is we're going to test the mono mode feature on the earbuds rather. We're going to see if they can be played individually while the others is charging in the case. All right, so we got our song picked out, so we can go and hit play. All right, we have the earbuds in, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and start with the left earbud. Take it out, put in the case, close it. Music is still playing, has been continuously playing in the right earbud, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and grab the earbud again, put it back in. Got the power on message. Now music is back into the left earbud. So we'll go ahead and pull the right, drop it in, close it. Music is continuously playing. So you can use these individually while the other one's charging, basically doubling your battery life. Let's continue. All right, what we're going to test now is the button control features on these earbuds. Now you do have a single button. Let me see if I can show it here. Let me see if it'll show up there. It's right here, protruding just slightly off the top there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right here. And you have it on both the left and right earbud, so you'll be able to use your functionality with these. So now I went ahead into the app and already preset mine up for how I want them to react based on the button presses. So we're gonna go ahead and test them out right now. So, all right, when I'm usually first one, single press is always play. With me, it's always play pause for both. So let's go ahead and hit play. We're gonna try it on the right earbud. Single press. It's playing my audio. Let me move this up so you guys can see the action while I'm pressing. All right. So if I press it again, single press, pause. One more, hit press again, it's playing. Now if I switch over to the left earbud and do the same thing, single press, pauses. Press it again, it plays. All right. So now going into our double presses, on my right earbud, if I double press, it should take me to the next song. Let's do it. 1, 2. Switch me to the next song. Now, if I do on the left, it should take me to the beginning of this song, and then I'll probably have to do it again. It will take me back to the previous song. All right, so here we go. 1, 2. I went back to the beginning. 1, 2. Now I'm back to the previous song. All right, so now this is where they differ. Okay, on the left earbud, I have it switching my gaining mode. So if I go 1, 2, 3, it just told me gain mode. Here, let me try it again. Let me see. I'll put it up to the mic here. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you heard that. It said game off, game mode off, or game off. All right, but then if I triple press on my right earbud, it should pull up my voice assistant. 1, 2, 3. What's the weather for tomorrow in Harrisburg, PA? All right, there we go. Weather for tomorrow, it works. All right, so now my long press on each of these will control my volume. If I long press on the left, it should turn down my volume here. See my volume? It goes down. I have to release and try it again. Release and let go. Release and then let go. You know, press and let go. All right, now on my right earbud, it will increase. So I press and I got release, press, release, long press, release, long press, release. Unfortunately, you cannot press and hold and the volumes go up. For the long press, you have to release it and then repress again. If you can't just press and hold it down, that won't work. But the touch controls, let me pause this. All right, the touch controls work flawlessly. As soon as once you have them programmed, you have no problems at all actuating it. Just a little muscle memory on where the button is located on the back of these earbuds, but very, very solid. Let's continue. This is a mic test with the EarFun Clip Open Ear earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the EarFun Clip Open Ear earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the EarFun Clip Open Ear earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the EarFun Clip Open Ear earbuds in a crowded location. All right, we are back in for an ambient sound test for the EarFun Clip on earbuds. All right, as you can see, we have them in right now. We are going to, let me set the stage for you real quick. We got traffic moving back and forth behind me. We got a light breeze coming from my left to right. And it looks like we've got a storm coming. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. Take care of that, yeah, right. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna got my audio book up. So we're gonna go ahead and see how loud these have to be in order for me to be able to listen to my audio book and also hear the ambient sound around me with it just as clear as possible. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and play now. We're at 50% volume right now. All right, we're gonna face the wind. Okay, it's got good volume at 50%. I would turn this up a little bit, but yeah, I got the light wind blowing into my ear, and it's really doing a great job of providing sound through that. Let's turn up a little bit. All right, we're at about 60%, 65% right now, and I like where we're at. All right, I got good enough volume that I can hear what I'm listening to and pay attention to all the vehicles and everything going on around me. I got the light wind blowing into my ears right now, and it's still doing a fantastic job of producing good, clear audio. Yeah, again, just doing a fantastic job at that. I'm very impressed with it. Again, we got a motorcycle coming, roll past. I can still hear my audio book playing. So they're doing a fantastic job. Really, really am pleased with these. So again, I guess I'm really surprised. I'm really pleased with them. So definitely worth it in my opinion, if you're looking at picking these up. So this has been an ambient sound test with the EarFun Clip earbuds. Really good. All right, we are back in. Next up is the sound test. I went in, I did my custom EQ, but then I also went in and did my sound profile. So this is based on my sound profile. This is what the EQ setting is. I could easily go in and make some adjustments to it. But I'm gonna leave it as it is for this test. But I definitely just wanted to show you guys what it looked like here on the phone. So we're gonna rock with that. So let's go ahead and get our music up. All right, let me get this right. I was sitting there doing something else. All right, so all right, we got our first song up. All right, and here we go. Now you've already saw that. Let's go ahead and check our volume level here. I'm gonna put these just shy of my optimal. Well, you know what? Let's put it to my optimal listening level. All right, we're gonna leave them right there. All right, let's go ahead and get the camera flipped around. There we go. Let's get our picture in picture. All right, we're good. Okay, here we go. Song number 1 with the EarFun Clip Earbuds. Let's do this. All right, right off the bat, and make sure, yeah, we seed it right. Okay. Sounds kind of low in this. Again, this is based on the sound test and everything. Let's go in and make an adjustment here. I like the clarity, but let's go ahead and make it a quick adjustment. I want to... Let's go ahead and go back to... Let's go back to what I thought I had, where I wanted it to be. All right. All right, there we go. We're going with that one. All right, I had to go in and make a quick adjustment. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, pause this. We're going to start this all over again. All right, here we go. All right, a little bit louder, but I like the clarity. The clarity has definitely improved. I like this. The background vocalists coming in, they sound clear. Soundstage not as wide. You're getting the nuance. I'm sorry, I was just paying attention, focusing. You get the nuance with the enunciation of the words and everything in the lyrics. Very clear sounding. Oh, absolutely. I like how the background vocalist still fills in. I like how they do it. Sounds really good. All right, now the harmonizing, probably like one of my favorite parts of this song. I love when they all come together. All right, let's go ahead and pause that. All right, so yeah, I got a slight improvement going into my custom EQ and giving them my classic V shape. So let's see how they do. We're going to continue with that setting and see how they do with the next 2 songs. So real quick, let's go ahead and jump into song number 2. Now, we always know that these clip-on earbuds, all the open ear earbuds do suffer for a lack of bass. So we're going to forego a bass song in testing these headphones or earbuds rather for that reason. So let's go ahead and we're going to find us something with a little kick to it. We're going to do some Lenny Kravitz rather. Let's go ahead and do that. Now these sound really good here. I like that. Then you got the guitars on both the left and right. Nice separation. Okay, nice. All right, vocals sound okay. I don't know. I wish I could do something louder. Let's see. Let's go into some of the all right, treble boost. No, that's not doing it for me. Let's go pop. Okay, rock. All right, that's a little. I, all right, there we go. We'll use that. We'll stick with mine. That sounds better. I just wish these were a little louder. All right. Again, I got good clarity with the instruments and everything, the guitars, the drums. I just wish the vocalist was a little bit more louder, a little bit more uh, boisterous in these. I don't know, maybe it's just the tuning, but other than that, they sound really good with again with the spacing and the instrument and all the instruments. They sound really crisp. I was just hoping Lenny's voice was a little bit more prominent. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna jump into another song. We're gonna do. Let me see. Where we going? All right, let's go ahead with Kenny. Oh no, let's not do that just yet. Let's. All right, here we go. Let's do old school. We haven't done some old school in a while. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna do Cherish. Cool in the Gang. Let's do this one. Nice keyboard right there. Got the ocean sound effect in the back. Now we got the saxophone. Okay. Nice. Again, one of the ones I wish it was a little louder, but it sounds really good starting out. Let me adjust it, make sure. Let's go ahead and turn this up a little bit. All right, now this is good right here. I'm probably getting some bleed into the microphone, so I'm gonna set back a little bit. But they sound really good at that point. All right, that's like 3 notches from my preferred listen alone. Let me go back down. All right, but again, I liked it at that high point. Sound very nice and clear, but it sounds good. All right, again, very clean sound on it. I like the way. I just wish it had a little bit more natural volume. All right, let's go. Let's do one more song. Let's do one more song. All right, so again, negating all the bass songs. All right, let's go ahead with Kenny G. Let's go Kenny G home. Let's do that. All right. Again, nice crisp high keys. So transition to the low keys, but of course, you know, you're gonna miss on that. All right, saxophone comes through. I love the. I like the sound of it. I just again wish it was a little bit louder. Sounds so crisp. It's just the potential is there, man. Very clear. Again, and got good balance with the keyboard as well. I want to point that out. Even though the keyboard is right now, they're using the lower keys, so they're not as prominent sounding. All right. Again, just really, I just such a miss with sometimes with these earbuds, with these clip-on earbuds. They have such potential. I understand, but I understand the purpose of them, and I really appreciate it. But man, just a man could dream. All right, good sound. I just wish they were a little louder. Again, because of their form factor, having a bass thump, it just doesn't work with this form factor, and that's okay. All right, so just the potential. I'm just running through my mind trying to figure out how I can make these at least the highs, the vocals and the mids and stuff punch out a little more. I might have to go in and doctor my EQ settings and find that sweet spot. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this cleaned up. We're gonna talk about my likes and dislikes for the EarFun clip-on earbuds. All right, was back in. Let's go ahead and talk about my likes and dislikes of the EarFun Clip open ear wireless earbuds. First, let's start with my dislikes, and there's really not many. Actually, I don't think there's hardly any other than the natural volume of these. I wish they were really a little louder. As far as decibel level, I wish they got up there. I think they would be much better if we can get them up there. Again, I might have to do some tweaking with my EQ settings to find that spot where I get a little bit of a brighter mids and highs, or especially when it comes to like the vocalist. But I'm gonna have. That's one of the. I think that's my only. Well, one the other dislike that I have is also that there is no wireless charging on these. All right. I wish the case had wireless charging. Unfortunately, it doesn't. So that's the other dislike of it. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about my likes now. First off, as far as the case goes, I like the compactness of it. Very, very pocketable, even in that little short pocket. If you wear jeans that has that pocket, you can definitely slide these in. I'll have no problem with these in my travel bag with the matte finish. I ain't got to worry about like scuffs and everything like that. It looks good. I like the look of the earbuds itself. The EarFun branding is gloss, where you got the matte around it. Then, of course, you got the gloss trim. Then you got your black contrast. Actually, love the whole process there. And then, of course, you got the red for your right and the white or silver for your left, so you don't get them confused, because they will not connect. They will not go in each other's thing. So you cannot switch these around. So, but I do love just the attention to detail when it comes to how these guys look. They're very, very good. I like the way they fit. Once you have them they're clipped on. They don't go nowhere. You can do workouts. You can run. You can back flips, forward flips, anything you like to do. You don't have a problem with these coming out. They clip on and they stay on. Very, very comfortable. Easily can have these in all day and not have a problem with them. Let's see. I love multi-point connectivity. Love it. I wish you had. Wish you could use. Oh yeah, another thing up on my dislike list. You cannot use LDAC and multi-point at the same time. That's a bummer. Oh, and just to let you know, I did for the sound test, I did have LDAC turned on for these earbuds in the phone as well as in the app. I failed to display that like I normally do. But hey, I'm human. I make mistakes. But just wanted to let you guys know that I did have that on, just to keep it on the up and up. All right. So no LDAC and multi-point at the same time. That's over into my dislike list there, and that's a major one in my opinion. I don't know how I let that slide, but anyway, moving on. Yeah, I like the multi-point connectivity. I like the fact that you do have LDAC support. Fast pair works fantastic. I love it. The button control is very snappy. Absolutely, I love the fact that in the app you have a whole range of options you can choose from any of them. Single press, double press, from single press all the way to long press. You've got a wide range of options. You can really set your controls up on these to do exactly what you want them to do. Absolutely love it. Let me see. Anything else am I missing? No, I think that covers all of my likes and dislikes. Let's wrap this up. So this has been an unboxing and review of the EarFun Clip Open Ear earbuds. I like the pair. I just have my caveats on them when it comes to the natural volume. Oh, I really wish these guys were a little louder, but for the price point, they are a great pair. They're a really good pair of earbuds. I'm trying to call them earphones. Earbuds, especially if you are a sports enthusiast, you're outside, you're jogging, walking, you want something to be able to listen to, like jazz or your audiobook while you're doing your workout or walking down the street and want to be mindful of everything going on around you. These is definitely, and you don't want to break the bank. You know, that's one thing. You don't want to break the bank. You definitely want to look at a pair of these. I would recommend taking a look at them, despite my caveats about them. All right. So again, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to join me as I continue to do videos like this and others, I do have others. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way you're notified when videos like this and others drop. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.